All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 6 of the show. Welcome back. Let's clock in. It's Angel, aka 60, back with the Back of the House Boys show. And we got
Going on?
my
What's up,
co-host,
Buck?
Buck the
Uh,
Buckster, just over here cracking shit. Anyways, we had a really good CFB weekend. NFL was also really good. I mean, it was a good weekend for some ball. Also, before we get
it
into
was a
the
good football
football,
weekend, man.
yeah, it was a good football weekend. Before we get into the football, real quick, if you're on the East Coast, Southern East, the Braves are playing today, and they're probably gonna get, they're probably gonna get out. But anyways,
Yeah,
go Braves. Hopefully they pull this out. And
we get Braves bandwagons around here.
yeah, this is a Braves country. So this week we ended up doing so we're still kind of changing it up just to kind of help speed this show up, and we know some people have lives, but we appreciate people that enjoy the show and tune in weekly. I about said daily. But what we're going to do is we're going to review 4 games that Buck and I picked out, and following that, we'll kind of just go through the scores, see if there's anything significant that we didn't talk about, and just kind of review that, and then we'll look at the coming up week, just like we always do. But we'll start off with college football again, just the usual. This week the 4 games we picked was Alabama A&M. I picked that one, but then we had Kentucky, UGA at UGA. We had the Red River, the OU Texas, and Notre Dame Louisville. These 4 games were, one of them was kind of a blowout. The other, 2 of them were kind of blowouts. Well, not really blowouts, but like, you not really much to say about them, but just kind of the significance about the games. So starting off with Alabama A&M, obviously for me, roll tide. But I took some notes. What I wanted to say is, so just the stat lines right here. Milrow, 21 of 33, 321 pass yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but he ended up, bouncing back after the pick. A lot of the times, in the past, he would kind of just, you know, shelter himself a little bit, and, you know, like a turtle. He just kind of shell back and, worry about this stuff. But he didn't, and the pass game was really electric, and it was his highest career pass yards, so 321 passing yards, and then also a majority of it was to Jermaine Burton. Had 9 receptions for 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did have a costly fumble, I think led to a field goal, but other than that, I mean, nothing, nothing too crazy. And finally, a wide receiver that has stepped up. I know Amari Nyblack. If you're a Tide fan, he's been one of my favorite guys to watch as well. And obviously Bond and Kendrick Law and the rookie Jalen Hale. I know he's been getting a lot of reps as well. Still looking out for Ja'Cory. I don't know if there's like an injury or something related to that, but just not as much volume this year as I expected coming into the season. But as far as the notes go, other than the stat line, just kind of mental mistakes and turnovers were not enough to break the Tide, is what I started off with. 14 penalties, 2 turnovers, and poor clock management at the end of the game is just kind of a lot of the stuff that, I took as mental mistakes. And to do that in College Station, Kyle Field, whatever you want to call it, Bama
Yeah,
Station.
station.
Yeah, that's what we called it when we were
Bryant
leaving.
Denny,
Bryant
Bryant
Denny
Denny
West.
College Station. Bryant Denny West. There you go.
But yeah, just I mean, for us to go into such a hostile environment like that, I mean, I know A&M was unranked and coming off a loss to Miami, which honestly isn't that bad because I mean they're ranked now, but the way it was handled was, yeah, it was bad at the time. But A&M's not a bad team, and going into this matchup, I talked about it last week. They are unranked, but just because they don't have a number next to their name does not mean jack shit. This team is tough. I mean, I know they got a big game this week with the Vols, but they're on the road this week. They don't have that home field advantage. Just it was a really good win, a really good win for the team, and a really good win for Milrow, kind of showing him that he can pass and he can do this, and also Jermaine just stepping up into that wide receiver role. I know Bond had a big touchdown as well, but just the team kind of being a little more balanced and has the ability to win games. A week prior with Mississippi State where they ran the ball to death, and Ole Miss, and then they do this past weekend, just passing it, just kind of the balance of the attack, and Tommy Reese as well, just kind of figuring out his team and the weapons he has at his disposal. Still a second half team. At the beginning, we were we were a little slow. Defense was still really solid. Opened up the game with a 4 and out, or not a 4 and out, but like a turnover on downs kind of situation. Offense still started off slow, but we're kind of just trying to figure it out. I mean, that is a really good defensive line that they lead the nation in, like, tackles for loss or something like that, and sacks, and just monsters up front. I mean, those guys are, you know, pound for pound with our line, which is one of the heaviest lines in the whole nation and even some of the NFL. But second half team still, figuring it out in the second half, and that's what great teams do is, adjust and fix that. And then also defense, like I said, is just becoming more recognized. This defense is really good, kind of like I thought at the beginning of the season and through the off season. Just once we found our identity, and Dallas Turner is becoming one of those monsters at the edge position, and probably a first rounder as well. And offensively, like I said, just satisfied with the wins both ways, passing and rushing, and just building off this win. I think we're on the back end of our season. We got a couple games or a few games at home. Then we go Arkansas, Tennessee, by LSU, Chattanooga. I think we're at Chattanooga maybe, or home. No, we're probably at Chattanooga.
You have
And
like a
then we
really
go
small
to
game
Auburn.
on the road.
Yeah, it's Chattanooga this year. I couldn't remember if we were there or not. But I mean,
That's
just
crazy.
back into the season. Three home games, two away, and should be favored in most of them, but control our destiny and went out. Head to Atlanta and maybe see Georgia again. Maybe see Tennessee. I don't know. Just depends what they can do. But
If I was a
but
betting
yeah,
man, I'd say you'd see the dogs.
yeah. But I mean, just kind of still in the mix. I mean, they wrote us off, but we ain't wrote back, not yet. So,
No one wrote you off. I promise you, no one wrote Alabama off.
but
Saban will tell you that, but no one wrote Alabama off.
yeah, they wrote us off. But I know you said you didn't watch much college football this week. Do you
No,
want
I
to
was out of
chime
town.
in to any of the Alabama A&M game? I know you probably don't. I know you got a good match this week, so we'll talk about that a little bit in the preview. But
Yeah, Tennessee was on bye. I was also out of town this week, so I didn't get to watch a lot. Um, so I didn't really catch any of the A&M Alabama game except for, I mean, just looking at the score. Um, so yeah, I can't really speak to that. I had a question for you though.
hmm?
Like I'd heard like the preseason that Alabama's line was supposed to be really good. Are they holding up? Are they as good as like advertised?
I think, I mean, they're supposed to be really, like, good. I think they're good, and at times they're special, like really good. But still, I mean, we got a starting, or a true freshman starting left tackle, and then also struggles inside every once in a while. Seth McLaughlin, I think he's a senior now, but he's been there for a while. And then Darian Dalcourt at right guard, he's been having some issues, but just kind of rotating into the mix. We do have a lot of depth, which is like beneficial to us. But I mean, as the season's been going on, I mean, obviously Texas kind of humbled us. But as the season's been going, it's just getting better and better. And I mean, this team we played the past week, A&M. I mean, they are the mecca of, like, testing your O line. As
Mm-hmm.
far as, like, where are you at? I mean, this is going to be your Georgia. This is going to be A&M. This is what you're going to expect. Those guys coming after you. And for them, I mean, yeah, we did give up, I think it was 5 sacks, but a lot of them were like QB sacks or coverage sacks. I guess that's what you call them. Where Milrow's kind of rolling out and just trying to find something or try and make a play. And, instead of
Yeah.
turning the ball over or doing anything stupid, he just, takes a
Took a
sack.
sack.
Yeah. So, I mean, there were some coverage sacks and stuff like that. But, I mean, we gave up 5 sacks. A lot of that, is because of a mobile quarterback and just kind of trying to create plays. But this line is getting better. At the beginning of the season, I was really excited for him. But once the Texas game happened, I, got humbled. But they're figuring it out. And Caden over there on the left side, the true freshman, he's definitely a unit and a lot of great season ahead of him. JC on the right tackle position, he's projected a first rounder. So, and then we got Tyler Booker at the guard, Seth no or at the center, and then that right guard position is just kind of up in the air right now. It's been Elijah Pritchett, Terrence Ferguson, and Landon Roberts, I think is his name. So, I mean, just a lot of depth, but they have the potential to be really special, and they'll definitely figure it out, especially with some big games that you need to perform well in coming up. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean,
Nice.
it's potential, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, that's all for the Alabama game or Alabama
Yeah.
A&M game that I really had. I can go ahead and go into the next one, which is Kentucky UGA. There's not much to say about this game, but I mean, I did find some stuff to say. Brock Bowers for Heisman, that was one of them. I mean,
Yep.
he is this team's like he has this team on his back.
Lifeblood. Yeah.
Yeah, Bowers goes out. I don't think this team is much different than any other SEC team in the in the conference. But Kentucky came in with a monster rushing game behind Ray Davis, and kind of like I said last week, Georgia is the team that would kind of set them straight and smack them in the mouth,
Mhm.
and it did
Yeah.
happen. Georgia looked the part and dominated a good Kentucky team. I mean, I said good because I mean they're a good team. They're not great, as some people were saying because they came in with that undefeated record, but they're a good
Mhm.
team. And honestly, I just didn't learn much about what I already knew. But UGA is definitely on track after a slower start to their season. Slower start
Yeah.
because I mean they're back-to-back national champion.
Well, I mean, they didn't come out and destroy. What was it? How high was Oregon ranked when they beat them? Like they're like top 10, right? The
What,
year they
last
beat
year?
them,
Yeah,
or
last year
whatever
they
they
were
beat them
like
like the first
13
game.
or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they didn't come out and beat a top 15 team by 45. So
Well, they haven't
that's a
played
slow
an
start,
Oregon
you
this
know.
year. They haven't played an Oregon. They haven't. I mean, the
No, I'm just
biggest
saying, like,
competition they've had was this Kentucky team. I mean, yeah, you had that
yeah,
Auburn team last week, but it was just
yeah. But
because
how
you were
much
at
is that?
Jordan Hare.
Is yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
So
A&M this week. Just not jumping the gun, but you know what can Knoxville do or the or Rocky Top do to affect that team?
yeah,
Because I'll be honest, the reason you win that game is because of your home field advantage.
yeah,
So, but I mean, nothing much to really say about this game. Just kind of, like I said, just I didn't learn anything that I already knew or what I expected. I just kind of picked this game because, just I mean, it's what you expected. It's what you expected Georgia to do, and they went out there, handled their business, and I mean, they proved that they're a top team in the nation. Number one, yeah, I mean, they're one right now because they earned it.
they haven't lost.
But I mean, there's a couple other teams that are out there that up north that they say they're better, but I don't know if they do football like they do here in the South. Anyways, so the next game I had was OU Texas, the Red River rivalry, Red River shootout. Um, just take
Caught
away
the
from
tail end of
this.
that one. It was
Yeah,
wild.
it was really good. I was at work. I work the weekends, so I try to get some of these notes for the games that I don't catch, after. But OU was the more dominant team, and it was shown through the final score. Texas was the better team, but they weren't the more physical team. Ewers, accounted for 2 picks. One of those was definitely like it was a tip ball. Wasn't really like his fault. But the one to open up the game, I think it was like the second play of the game. Just abysmal. and that's kind of what I expect out of a Venables defense. But team accounted for 3 turnovers, so Texas had 3 turnovers to OU's none, zero.
Oh,
So that's a big stat. I mean, other than
bad luck stat.
yeah, padlock stat. Other than the blocked punt touchdown, there wasn't really much anything else that like was happening. It was just like special teams. It was really the things that's keeping these Texas in the game at the beginning of the game. The blocked punt, and then the like a fourth down, like the second or third drive, just like to go for that in their own area and convert like a 20-yard gain off of it. But Texas is still a really good team, and they have the opportunity to see this team again if they control what they can. But OU and Dylan Gabriel are definitely have control of their CFB hopes and are a threat to any team that has potential for CFB dreams, chances, whatever you want to call
Hmm.
it. And just kind of the dominance and the physicality of that team. And they definitely woke up that day and you know knew they won. I guess it was awesome. If you didn't watch it, fourth quarter, like touchdown drive to take over, take the lead, converted on like it was like a second and goal, third and goal, something like that. And just the way it was handled. I mean, I thought Dylan Gabriel was gonna get sacked. Pops it out,
Hmm.
back end zone, wide open wide receiver. And I mean, it's just like a movie.
Hmm.
They make movies out of this
I was
shit.
super impressed. Super impressed with that last drive. Um, Gabriel, he transferred from UCF, right?
Mm-hmm. He took over
Yeah, this
after
is.
Milton had that big leg injury.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was he at Oklahoma last year?
Yeah, he just didn't play this game last year. He had an injury.
Oh,
I
he
think
was
it might have
hurt,
been a
right?
concussion or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, he got his redemption on that one for sure. Um, yeah, like I said, I didn't literally like watch the last drive of the game because I was moving stuff this weekend. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Texas for sure. I mean, they're still a really good team. Like I said, it's just OU. This was OU's day. And they clearly wanted it more, and a lot of uh, a lot of talk on the social media after the game, or like after the week of the game. Xavier Worthy, one of the top wide receivers, is like you know clowning them, telling them just like they won the Super Bowl or the Natty. Like, hey, I mean,
they did the
it's
same
a
thing.
big fucking deal. Yeah, I mean, they did the same shit when
Did
they
the
beat
same thing when they
Alabama.
beat Bama.
Yeah, I mean, it's you guys are flexing this shit. If you're mad about it, why didn't you fucking do something about it the day you played? But OU's more physical team, right? And I'll be honest, even if these teams ran it back, Texas would still be favored. But I just think OU's just kind of mentally, just mentally better than Texas right now, and it's just kind of just that dog mentality. It's like they're starving. They're starving for the success. The success that Texas has after beating Alabama. Yeah, it was double digits, 10 points. At Alabama, but I think if we run it back, Alabama, Texas, I think we just played them way too early in the year. You know, and still finding our identity, but somehow, some way, we get to see Texas again, even if it's in an NY6. I don't give a fuck. Line that shit up. But anyways, Oklahoma just dominant, and definitely watch out for them to make a CFP push, especially if they hold out.
Mm.
And you know, who knows? Maybe it's not Texas. Maybe it's OU, West Virginia. You know, you don't know. But
I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, I mean it's still a lot of game left. But last game I had was Notre Dame Louisville. Not much
Yeah,
to say about this game either. I mean it wasn't really lopsided, but I mean it was just dominated by Louisville at
Louisville's just they kept it out of reach the whole game. That is one I did watch. Um,
yeah.
they just kept it out of reach from Notre Dame the whole game. their defense really like showed up, and I think I don't know. I think Notre Dame, granted, they were like their schedule's been pretty tough as of late, and they've came down the wire, and they're like last. What was it? OSU, Duke, and then Louisville last week. All
Hmm.
those games came down right to it. Um, but I don't know. I guess probably going into this, they were probably thinking Louisville was a slouch, and that they like
I
they
mean,
might
they
be a
also
low-key
come
team.
off like two emotional games. You know,
Yeah.
you lose
Mm-hmm.
one game on the last play of the game, and then
Mm-hmm.
you come back and beat someone on the last play of the game. Technically,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just one of those things. That just they the notes I took down was that as far as the CFP goes, their hopes are pretty much lost. But there's
Yeah.
still like a lot of ball left, and they could
Mm-hmm.
hurt people. They play USC
Yeah.
this week,
This week. Yep.
and Notre Dame goes out there and wins that game. I don't think they're a CFP favorite, but they're definitely like
No.
NY6, and just kind of
Yeah.
finish the team strong or finish the season strong. Um,
Yeah.
some of the notes I had for this game was Jack Harlow's team is good. Um, Also, Notre Dame is still not there, offensively. It's not hitting to its potential, and it's lost to the more experienced team. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Plummer, Jake. I think it's Jack Plummer. He
Yeah. He was 6 year. I didn't realize that.
yeah, 6th year senior, and
All with Louisville.
no. So he started off at Purdue with Coach Brom, who the head coach of Louisville. He played three.
Oh.
He played seasons with him, and
Mm-hmm.
then he ended up transferring to Cal. And then Coach Broom got the job at Louisville, and now Plummer is back with his coach. So
Jeez.
yeah, I mean it's just a veteranship game, like just the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. Also, Harrison Bailey is a Cardinal.
So what?
He's a Cardinal.
Who does he play for? Who was that?
Louisville.
Harrison Bailey plays for the
Yeah,
Louisville?
yeah. HB15.
No, he doesn't. Really? I thought
Yeah.
it was like, no way. I did not know
Swear, bro.
that. I didn't know that's where he ended up. That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Talk about somebody who never got his shot, man.
Yeah. Harrison Bailey, number 15.
That is what Nevada. That's where he was last. That's where I remember him being. I didn't know he transferred to Louisville.
Yeah, dude. And I was doing some
That
research
is
into this
wild.
game, and I saw that, and I put on my notes here HB15 to remind myself. He was supposed to be the guy, man.
He was. Pruitt ruined him. Just kidding. He never really got his shot, and it was like COVID and stuff. And
Yeah.
then,
I mean, COVID
yeah,
messed up a lot of people. Not that we're talking about that, just I know it's a sensitive topic. But anyway, yeah, I mean, so those are the four
it's
games I
wild.
really tacked on to. Like, and
Mhm.
didn't have much notes, but it was just, just kind of reviewing them and, just kind of dug deeper into that. Looked into the back end and, Dylan Gabriel also for that game. He what was I going to say? He
Oh,
just, huh?
with Louisville being undefeated, the ACC now has three undefeated teams still, and they don't play each other.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I put on
Florida
here that
State,
they're
Louisville,
6-0 and,
UNC.
potential dark horse. But, lots of great stories this past weekend. I mean, Louisville 6-0, undefeated. Dylan
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, just kind of talked about dreaming about this stuff, and that's what you do it for. You know, you dream of playing in these games, and obviously when it came down to it, he's the reason,
Showed up.
one of the reasons OU won. So I mean, it's awesome. Alabama A&M just dogfight. I know a lot of the people will, you know, don't really care because A&M wasn't ranked, but I mean, it was a good game. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously Georgia just continues to dominate and show why they should be and deserve to be the number one team. But that's kind of it for like the games that I really dug deep into. As far as the other
Mhm.
games that we can review real quick, I just I'll go off the dome. I do have some stuff like that I looked into. I watched a lot of the college football this week. As far as like the stats goes, I'm not gonna have all the stats for you, but definitely just to go down the list for the 25 that we didn't really go into, we'll just kind of like rapid fire it. Michigan, Minnesota, just it was a slower game to start. The Minnesota head coach came out and said that that's the best team he's ever seen in like his collegiate coaching or his coaching career. Which, I mean, they're a good team. They're well rounded, but I mean, this team hasn't played in. It's kind of like OU. This team hasn't really played anybody, but
Mhm.
legitly, like the Big Ten is kind of a weaker conference. Are they in like the top two, or is it still like East West? Do you know?
Uh, I think it's East West. It might be the last year they're doing that,
Shit,
but I think it's
yeah,
divisions this
shit's
year.
whack.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, they're still a good team. I'm not gonna say anything about it. They're a good team, but eventually it will be shown that they have flaws. Overall, I mean, they're still good. They're still a good team, but just kind of, you know, nothing much to say about them. Ohio State, after a slow start, definitely figured it out.
Mhm.
Uh, didn't think much about them, like, or I didn't think that they would lose this game. Eventually, they ended up routing them and figured it out. Florida State, nothing much to say there. Arizona USC game, that one was really good. Went back and watched that game, like some highlights of the games a few
That
times. Um,
yeah, that game was nuts.
Arizona was playing with a true freshman quarterback.
Second career start.
Yeah, was it true freshman?
He took.
Do you know?
I think he's a red shirt. I don't.
Well, anyways, freshman.
Yeah,
He didn't have
it
the
was a
experience.
second career start though.
Yeah,
No, not the
they're
experience. If he did, I think Arizona wins that. If he has a few more starts under his belt, honestly.
I mean, honestly though, even with their starter, I think that like they came in, doubted. No one really said much about it, and I mean, they fought to the very end. I mean, triple
Yeah,
overtime.
I did you watch any of it? Did you watch
Yeah,
the ending of it?
yeah. I watched
Yeah,
quite a bit of it.
I stayed up to watch the end of it, and Arizona. I mean, they stayed right in it, and like I think they got the ball first at the beginning of the second overtime, and they didn't go for the or
Oh,
I think
USC got the
they
ball
didn't go for the
first.
two.
Yeah, USC got the
Okay.
ball first and scored, and then they
Oh
scored,
yeah,
and they
they
could
had a
have went
chance
for
to get it
two.
to end it, yeah, and they
Which,
didn't.
I
Yeah.
mean, at that point, just go for it. You have the momentum.
Bro, you're
Defense is on.
unranked. Exactly.
You know, but
Do it. Go for the throat. Go for the kill. They didn't,
analytics.
you
I'm
know.
sure analytics would tell you
Can't
to go for it. I don't know.
can't be a can't be a coward in those situations, man. You gotta
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, overall, really
Anyway,
good
good game
game.
though.
Yeah, USC. I mean, they got a tough game coming up this week. We'll talk a little bit more about it. UCLA knocks off Washington State. Did
Mhm.
see that. Saw some of that. Defensively, I mean, UCLA is just a dog. I mean, offensively, they're still trying to figure it out. I mean, Dante Moore is a freshman, a true freshman. That one is for sure. But a lot of this defense is legit. That's what I'm trying to say. So watch out for
Mhm.
that team. Definitely, and to defeat Washington State, who, in my opinion, was kind of a sleeper in that division or in that conference. Yeah, definitely watch out for UCLA. I know that unranked is gonna make a lot of casuals look away, but keep an eye out on that. North Carolina,
Mhm.
Syracuse, UNC, on the brink of top 10 was like 12 this
They
week.
really should be. Yeah.
Um, honestly, I mean, this team has not seen competition.
No. But Drake May threw 442 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's
That
a
is a
good
lot of
quarterback.
yards.
He's a good quarterback, but this team doesn't see competition. They don't play
No,
FSU. They don't play Louisville. They play
they
Clemson.
did play Duke.
Then
They
oh
played
yeah,
Duke
Duke,
back in.
Duke and Clemson, and I mean that
Yeah.
NC State game is always kind of chippy. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, should be a
That
good
NC State
game.
game could go either way. Doesn't matter how bad they are. It's like a
Yeah,
rivalry, you know.
yeah. Oregon State, lots of offense. Defense didn't look great, I guess, because Cal put up decent. This is the casual take right now. So defense put up 40 points, or defense. California put up 40 points. I mean, shootout right there. Oregon State's still a really good team, but they have a really good game this week. I can't remember who they played, but I do remember seeing that. Arkansas will miss a lot closer. Well, not a lot closer than I thought, but Arkansas is not a bad team, and they played Ole Miss pretty close. Ole Miss, I mean, it's 5-1 and wins over LSU. So if they can win out and somehow Alabama makes a mistake, it's Ole Miss is heading to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
GT Miami, man, that was wild.
Oh my gosh!
Bro, I went back and watched. Apparently, Mario Cristobal did this in Oregon.
Did the same thing.
Yeah, he had the same thing happen. He like ran the ball, and Oregon
So
fumbled
he's
it.
seeing it.
Yep, and I
Oh
think
my
Stanford
gosh!
went on to win the game. Yeah, he did the same shit like 5 years ago.
You know, if you had a nickel
I,
for every time that happened,
I think he
you
did it
make your
with
money.
Justin Herbert. But yeah, no, I mean that was wild, bro. And that was what's his name? Haynes King, bro. Haynes King's a GT quarterback,
Who's that? Is it the
A&M
Yeah, I
quarterback.
started to say.
Yeah, Haynes King, and the guy that caught the touchdown is Christian Leary. He's a Alabama wide receiver,
Hmm.
so that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
SEC,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and
Missouri
they
stole the
deserve to lose
bag.
that after. Yeah, that was wild. I know the
Yeah.
pick six was kind of just extra. I
Icing.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's the reason LSU is still in this, and I mean, they can definitely make the SEC championship if they win out. I think, but as far as like CFPs goes, this team isn't getting into the CFP. Um,
They
but I
have
mean, they're
one or two
still
losses.
they have two losses. They
Yeah.
dropped conference play. They dropped one to Ole Miss. But I
Mm.
mean, still a really good team. Jaden Daniels is playing electric. I think he accounts for like how many? I was like 3,000 already or 4,000. It's like something stupid. He's like a
Mm.
top 10. He's the number one passing leader in the SEC, and he's also like a top 10 rusher in the SEC.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. Missouri Luther Burden, he's putting up insane numbers even with this L. He's I think on
Yeah.
pace. He has like 700 receiving yards, which is like the most through 5 games or something like that in the SEC. And it's
Mm.
awesome. I mean, he's definitely special. He's a sophomore out of Missouri somewhere. I know he stayed home. I was definitely rooting for him to go to Alabama, but it's awesome, especially when like a hometown kid, can do what he's doing. It's awesome.
Mm.
Fresno State dropped one to Wyoming. So if you're a Fresno State fan, sorry about that. And just a quick roundup of the, kind of the whole schedule. That was just some top 25 action. And then we'll look into the preview real quick. But if you see anything, just kind of blurt it out.
Um.
Rutgers lost.
Really.
Yeah, Rutgers. Oh yeah, that's Clemson Wake Forest game. Shit was a
Way too
lot
close.
closer. Yeah. I mean, Wake Forest plays them pretty good, especially after the past couple years with Sam Hartman. But that was a little too close, especially without a Sam Hartman.
Mm-hmm.
But Florida got their get back against Vandy. That was pretty cool. After last year's disappointment. Yeah, they dropped Vanderbilt last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to be
Mm-hmm.
casual, but
No, no, it
Kansas
was
Kansas looks dominant. I don't even think Jaden Daniels played that game. Jalen
no.
Daniels, Jalen Daniels, not Jaden. But yeah, man, some good college football. We'll jump into the preview real quick, and then we'll head into NFL, some NFL stuff.
Oh, Shador flexed on a one-win team by beating by a field goal. Just saw that. Just remember that too.
Oh shit, that was
You know.
wild, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you beat One win Arizona State on the road by a field goal. You have to flex on the student section. Thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's well, but I mean, they're still a good team. But like I said, I think they're a bold team this year. They'll probably
Yeah,
go to the Tax Slayer
100%.
Gator
They'll
Bowl.
get to the Gator Bowl.
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Texley or Gator Bowl. The new era
Cheese It Bowl.
Pinstripe Bowl.
Cheese It. Music
Where they
City
fill the
Bowl.
pieces. Music City Bowl. I've heard that way too many times.
Tennessee, you are Music City Bowl bound. But
All
anyways,
right.
at the
Preview.
moment, yeah, preview into this week real quick. We did have some we did have some football on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. I don't know if you watched, but
No.
Monday
Oh.
night or Tuesday night, I watched the Coastal App State game.
Mm.
This is kind of some review because this shit already happened. But
Mm.
Coastal's first road win ever against App.
Really?
They were 0-6 all time against App.
Jeez.
That was raw, bro. It was a really good game too.
Grayson McCall.
Yeah, Grayson McCall had like almost 400 yards passing. For some reason, that was like his highest ever. Seeing Grayson McCall, I just figured he would have already had like 500 passing yards, but I guess not. Grayson McCall was one of the guys that was on the Bama radar during the offseason whenever he entered his name in the transfer portal, but decided to stay home. And he's having a rough season this year, but I mean, they knocked off App, and first win in program history on the road in App.
In
And
Boontown.
yeah, that was pretty good. It was a really good game, man. If you go back watch the highlights, that shit was really good.
Did you see this reminded me of the current games that are happening right now. West Virginia and Houston.
I was about to say
Um
West Virginia's down right now, so
I was gonna say
so much for West Virginia, Oklahoma.
I saw that you could get like a small fry or a medium fry for like $1.89, and a ticket for the Houston West Virginia game was going for $1.
You shitting me?
No.
Speaking of that, what was that? Something just happened. I don't know if that was a touchdown or what. Is that a punt?
There's a bunch of games this week,
Yeah,
like
dude.
not just Saturday.
Yeah, I mean it's I think starting like last week or starting this week, there's like football all the way through like January every day.
That's sick.
Yeah. Or no, it's like sometime in December. But
Uh-huh.
but but yeah. So games that already did happen, and just kind of looking at some games going into this week. Colorado Stanford. I feel like something happened that. Oh, they're having like their gold out. Like
Hold
it's
out.
yeah, it's like the gold for the Colorado.
Sick.
10 p.m. kickoff. Is that 10 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, yeah. Okay. For some reason, I read that wrong. I thought I said 10 a.m. and I was like, "Fuck no."
Mm.
Alabama, Arkansas. Definitely a team you should respect just because shit happens. But I mean, not gonna say much. I think we'll win. I know, or no, I don't want to say I know because you say shit like that. But definitely a game to build off of last week, and heading into the third week of October. So I expect a lot of things, and hopefully the tide rolls. Georgia's got
Georgia
a
Vandy. Wow.
yeah, it's got a monster game. 12 p.m. kickoff. Also homecoming for Alabama. So yeah, Georgia Vandy, that should be a nail biter, but I think Georgia squeaks it out at the end.
Mm. This is their scare game for sure. Not the one in Auburn. This is
Indiana, Michigan. Michigan's gonna dominate.
you know who
Who?
Indiana's cornerback is? Taven Jackson. Tennessee transferred.
Scrub. No, I'm
He's
kidding.
his brother was like an All-American for Indiana basketball. I can't remember his name.
No.
Played
Uh,
for him
so we got
last
the
year.
two powerhouses of the Big Ten with some early kickoffs this weekend. Ohio State and Michigan. They've got some nail biters. Purdue and Indiana. So, well, Purdue always plays Ohio State pretty tight. But the problem for Purdue is this is a 12 p.m. kickoff and not an 8 p.m. kickoff. The spoiler makers. Florida State, Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse was 4-0 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after losses to Clemson and North Carolina, can they bounce back against this game? I mean, this is going to be a game I'm going to keep my eye on, especially, it's early. Florida
Oh,
State's
and
off. I think they're, no. Florida State's not off a bye. They played last week. But, I mean,
yeah,
definitely
it's
keeping,
early, so I
yeah.
think Syracuse, if they're going to strike, they can
Rutgers,
probably
if you're a
do it.
betting man, put the house on Rutgers because Michigan State is in shambles at the
Dumpster
moment.
fire.
Uh, oh, yeah, Oregon, Washington. That is going to be
Mm.
awesome. Give me Washington because fuck Bo Nix. This is a anti Bo Nix show, so if you're a Bo Nix fan, I'm sorry.
He's having fun, and he deserves his respect.
MPJ, remember that name?
And when he beats Michael Penix in Washington, you'll
Mm,
remember that Bo
well,
Nix was
this
the guard
game
for him
last year,
before.
I think Washington was a team that knocked off Oregon last year when they were undefeated. So I mean, this shit's gonna be good.
Yeah, but Washington was like
Well, the Washington wasn't
not.
Washington this year, but
Yeah, like they weren't very
like I
relevant.
mean, expect Oregon to like kind of play motivated.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it should be a really good game. If you're on the West Coast, sorry because this is a 12:30 kickoff for you, but it's gonna be awesome, especially if you're a Pac-12 fan.
Still
Uh,
watch, but it'd be good.
A&M Tennessee right here. Nothing much to say, man.
Huge test
Yeah, big test. If Tennessee wins this game,
coming
you
off a
know,
bye for them too,
yeah,
for Tennessee.
it's gonna be the home crowd. I think that's the reason they win this game.
Yeah,
If they
easily.
can make it hostile for Max Johnson, who isn't new to this, he's been in the SEC for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
and he has
I didn't
games
mean
under his belt.
easily as in didn't mean did not mean easily as in Tennessee wins easily. I mean easily like that's the biggest factor is home field advantage for Tennessee.
I mean, you definitely want to win this game too, like heading into next, like the following week. So
Yeah, ideally you would have dropped a shitter game to Florida, but they just
ideally, you're
can't
undefeated right
play.
here.
Ideally you were undefeated going into this game, but you don't remember how to play football in Gainesville for the
I
last 22
mean,
years. So
who knows? At the moment, I mean, in 2 weeks you could be looking at 4-3.
exactly.
So
So it would have been a lot better if you could have went 5-2 through this stretch.
yeah,
So
um, really big game. Like I said, I think it comes down to like the atmosphere. Make A&M feel, you know, as scared as they can. Just kind of make this team regret visiting you, and it's gonna be really good because A&M's defense is stout, and it's
yeah,
gonna test Joe Milton. I mean, are you gonna see Nico this game?
no. Milton is apparently he was like, I think he had some kind of injury he was playing through against South Carolina 2 weeks ago. So the bye week came at a pretty good time.
But that's what
But
I'm
I mean,
saying.
he
Are
played
you are
through
you
it.
gonna see Nico? Like what I'm meaning is Joe not gonna play well enough?
No, we're past that. I think he's riding it out for the year, unfortunately. But unless Joe's something horrible happens to him injury
Oh, so
wise, I
that's
don't
the
think you'll
reason
see
Nico
Nico
stepped in was an injury. It wasn't like
when.
when did Nico play? I feel like he played a couple weeks ago. Oh, that
Uh,
must have been the other game, the week.
he might
Uh,
have got some snaps at the end of South Carolina. I'm not sure because they were up ahead so far.
but
The only time I've seen
anyways,
him play was like Austin Peak or
yeah, I think it was Austin
I don't
P. I think
remember.
I'm thinking back to like some
Yeah,
shit, but yeah, I mean, I'm just meaning like, is Joe gonna, you know, kind of
is he the guy still?
is
I
he
don't
is he
know.
the guy? That's what I'm asking. But
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't
should
think so.
should be a real test,
Especially
a good test. Like I said, A
yeah.
and M is a good team. Them not having a ranking next to them is gonna make a casual turn away. But I mean, keep an eye out for this A&M team. I'm telling you, especially if you're a Tennessee fan. Ooh, Florida at South Carolina. Spurs up.
Who cares?
The Tennessee Bowl.
Uh, yeah. I Florida. I think
Oh,
Florida put some pretty decent pressure on our line, so they can
yeah.
do that. I
Well,
mean, South Carolina's line's awful,
what's it?
so
Is it Juice Wells? Is that his name? South Carolina's guy.
yeah. Is he
Yeah,
back?
he's hurt. I think he's out again.
Oh,
But I think they still got Leggett or however you say it. So
yeah.
Spurs up, man. This game right here, I would be really excited for if it wasn't at LSU at night. If it was at Auburn at night, that'd be awesome. But this is the Voodoo Bowl, Auburn at LSU. Some shit is gonna be cooked in here. Um, LSU is favored, but Auburn isn't bad. If somehow both of these teams figure out how to fucking lose at the same time, that'd be awesome. So, but I'll keep an eye out on that game for sure. SC Notre Dame gonna be awesome. Definitely keep an eye out
I think
on
Notre
that.
Dame.
Go Irish. I love
Yeah,
Caleb, but oh, Miami, North Carolina. Are you shitting me, bro?
great games.
TBD. Missouri, Kentucky is going to be really good too. Kentucky at night, Kroger Field.
Kentucky's still ranked. That's
UCLA,
crazy.
Oregon State. That's the game. So yeah, Oregon State is playing
Mhm.
UCLA. So this is going to be awesome, bro. What a night. NC State, Duke.
The night
No,
games are nuts.
yeah, no Riley. Still,
Oh man, no Riley. Unfortunate. I don't think NC State's playing that well though, and it's at home.
I know NC
But
State
also a
benched
rivalry.
Brendan Armstrong.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Bro, Virginia is like 1-5.
Yeah. Yeah, remember whenever I told you that they were a bad
They won
team?
their first game last week. I didn't say they weren't. Said they were a Division One team, which they are.
They are a Division One
There's
team.
no denying they belong in the Division One. Actually, they don't belong in the Division One, but they are. So there you go.
All right, so that pretty much rounds up the college football. If you're a college football fan, uh,
Great
great,
weekend.
great weekend again. It's just what October does, man. What a great month. But just kind of transitioning real quickly into the NFL. You know, we're kind of trying to knock this out. Um, was supposed to take some notes, but because I'm a working man, because I do not make a living doing this show, unless you guys change that, or unless you guys like and subscribe. I didn't get to take my notes on these games, but I mean, nothing we can really talk on. Buck said he watched a lot more, a lot more NFL this week than he did college
Yeah.
football. But just some games I kind of highlighted. Cowboys 49ers, obviously. Chiefs Vikings, and Ravens Steelers, and Jags Bills in London. To start
Mhm.
off, I mean, Cowboys 49ers, we'll just kind of do a quick review of those four and then just go down the list real quick of the past scores and see if we see anything. But Cowboys 49ers, man, I'll let you start that off.
If they're so
There's a God.
as if all of you, that's what I was gonna say. If all of you follow NFL as closely as I think you do, you know Dallas has lost to San Francisco the last 2 years in the playoffs. Put them out. Awesome, fantastic. All off season, all we've heard around Dallas is all around the around the team. The organization. Uh, they're just fueled by the San Francisco loss. It's what's fueling. It's what's driving them. They're having great practices. Blah blah blah. They're gonna be ready for them. Lo and behold, start off 2-0, look good against one terrible team, and then one good defense, bad offense. Um, and then drop a game against Arizona, or whatever, bad. Next week, beat a really bad team, beat them like a drum, and then suddenly they're back. The next week, week 5, Arizona comes, or not Arizona, San Francisco comes, and it was just part 3 of the playoff games. It's like I don't know how you can be so unprepared when you've seen the same team 2 years in a row, third year playing them in San Francisco again. Nothing changed. Like it's like they didn't have a game plan. It's like they didn't even watch tape. So I mean, Diggs was out. But when you're starting offensive line, played together for the first time in over a year, 2 years, I think, and still didn't do anything. It's just I don't know. I don't know how you can just be so unprepared and just so uncoached. And the Texas Coast offense that Mike McCarthy's calling. Where's Brandon Cooks? He has 70 yards
I dropped
through
him off my
5
team.
games. Exactly. Fantasy staple for however many years he's been in the league, 11 years. 70 yards through 5 games. That's ridiculous. That should not be. Uh, I just I don't understand it. And then Dak on top of it, just throwing 3 interceptions. One of them was bobbled. 2 of them terrible throws. Um, yeah, and then it just makes it really hard to defend Dak when like just stuff like that keeps happening, you know. So I mean, just trying to think about it, not like think about it rationally, or think about it rationally, not with like emotions, but like I don't know. I still think they're gonna win probably like 10 games or so because of how easy their schedule is. Might go more than that. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I mean, this tells you all you need to know once they make the playoffs and once they face a team San Francisco caliber. So I'm still a Brock Purdy hater until I die. So I still think he's a
Fuck did
system
Brock do,
QB.
bro?
He's a system QB, and if you throw anyone
Bro,
in Shanahan's offense, bar
Brock
Trey Lance and
and
Jimmy Garoppolo,
Tua are like the epitome of
of
like
system quarterbacks.
bro, these
Did you
these
see that
these
TikTok?
these guys are proving to you that you don't have to be Mahomes. You don't have to be Aaron Rodgers.
You have to just have like intelligence. You have to
Yeah.
have a brain
You just have to
between
be
your ears, and
smart.
that's it. Yeah,
I mean, these guys are doing special things, bro, and it's awesome.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, man.
shout
So
out to the
sick.
Dolphins. Shout out to the Niners. Um, as George Kittle said, "Fuck Dallas."
Yeah, that's cool. Apparently, you can just say that. It's
But
fine,
anyways,
man. Rinse
um,
due.
where Mike has
Rinse due on
said,
the first
"Hey,
rinse.
Mike has said,
Rinse due on the first.
Mike has said on his show, dude, that you
Bro,
know,
oh, that's another thing. Don't get me started, bro. The fake tough guy shit is so lame, bro. We'll see you again. Shut up. Bro, shut up. Stop talking. Literally stop talking. Bro, Van Der Esch posted something like a day before, and I commented it the day of. Why would you post this? He said wolf. He's like bang. His like thing is like the wolf hunter or something like that.
werewolf or whatever.
He posted bang bang wolf gang the day before the game. Like, why? Why would you post that? You obviously couldn't back it up. I'm just so sick of like not backing up your talk and just like getting shit on. It's so annoying.
I mean,
If you're gonna
Debo.
talk shit, back it up.
I mean, they said that, or well, Michael was like, you know, the score was kind of, you know,
Oh yeah, he doesn't
inflated.
think they're that good of a team or something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah. Have you
see.
seen
I mean,
Michael
hopefully
Parsons
you
by the
guys,
way?
yeah, hopefully you guys see this team again.
Disappears. Disappeared.
Fred Warner
I hope we
is
don't.
a dog, by the way, and owns Dak Prescott, or is
Yeah,
Dak
Fred
Prescott's
Warner.
dad.
Yeah, ask Chris Collinsworth. He's the second coming, according to Chris Collinsworth.
No, Chris
Because
Collinsworth
here's
is
a guy.
coming.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Here's a guy that is everywhere. Is doing everything. I mean, just look. Look who it is.
I just want
Look
to know
who it
how
is again.
BYU kept this guy. I mean, they had to be doing something crazy for him.
Is that who he went?
Yeah, he went to BYU, man.
How long has he been in the league?
That boarding shit is crazy, man. Hitting the
How long?
bottom of the bed.
Yeah, yeah. How long has he been in the league?
I think he's like 4 or 5 years.
That's wild. I did not know he went to BYU. That's funny.
He,
But yeah,
no,
man, awful, awful, awful weekend to be a Cowboys fan. Great weekend for the rest of the league, though, because you know when America or when Dallas loses, America wins. So
just checking, man.
who
Chiefs
are the Dolphins
Viking.
for this week? Actually,
Your arch rival, the Giants. Before we get into
oh
these
yeah,
games, Chiefs Vikings. Real quick.
yeah, good.
Insane selling by the refs. I mean, just I love
For real.
Patrick Mahomes, but yeah, there was this one play. I can't remember what it was. I saw it. I saw it on TikTok too, but it was
Was
just
Taylor
kind
Swift
of.
there?
I think so. Uh,
I
but yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it
I was,
just reps selling the fucking bag, bro. It's just insane. But yeah, and then Justin Jefferson going out. Doesn't help the
Yeah,
Vikings.
that's awful.
But yeah, I mean, Mahomes. I love Mahomes, but he does get saved a lot by some horrible officiating. If you're a Chiefs
Kelsey was
fan,
hurt and he came back, right?
yeah. If you're a Chiefs fan, though, I mean, as long as it's not the Bills, I'm a Chiefs fan. So, but yeah. Anyways, a lot of selling in that game. Definitely gonna go back and watch it a little bit more. But that was this crazy penalty. I think it was to end the game or some shit. It was wild, bro. But anyways, Ravens Steelers. Insane selling by the Ravens wide receiver core.
That's
I think
absolutely
I think they
insane. He
dropped
dropped
like
3 touchdowns?
200 and something yards and 3 touchdowns. They dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit, bro.
Awful. Did you see, the game-winning play of, Kenny Pickett touchdown to
Oh,
Pickens?
Canada.
He
Where you,
called it. Yeah, he called an audible.
yeah, and Canada
That was
was
an
like
audible that Pickett called.
furious.
Everybody was so excited. Yeah,
If you're in Canada, just
except
like,
for Canada.
wait, I'm
Except
the
for Canada,
problem.
because he audibled. That was so funny.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, fire Canada, bro. Holy shit.
Good
Um,
lord, I don't know what's he gonna take.
Steelers. I mean, where's Najee? I mean, that's what I want to know, man. Is it Canada? Is that the problem? If so, bro, please fire Canada. But yeah, Ravens awful selling. Steelers, T.J. Watt, the monster. I think.
Oh, game stealing, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Lamar has like a really bad record. I can't remember if it's the Bengals or the Steelers. He's like 2 and something against them. It might be the Steelers, but
No clue.
yeah, and oh, there was that one play, bro, where T.J. Watt like punched the fuck out of Zay Flowers. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, no.
Oh my gosh. Bro, it was just a sloppy game by the Ravens, and I mean the Steelers deserved to win it after that horrible performance by the Ravens. But yeah, and then Jags and Bills, London game. Bills
London.
Bills are frauds, and
Jacksonville had 2 weeks in London.
they can't do shit in London,
Bills
and
were
they can't do
surviving.
anything other than amount to beating the Dolphins. So I mean, I think the Bills will go 4-13 because they'll beat the Dolphins. But
I think they're gonna be a little bit more than
anyways,
that. They
Bills.
might be,
Anyways, Bills are
possibly.
frauds. Jags are legit, and Trevor
Look, I'm inclined
Lawrence.
to agree with you, alright?
Josh Allen owns Josh Allen, and this isn't the 1800s.
Figure it out.
Terrible joke if you get it. But anyways, yeah, just Jags just continue to show why London's their town, and 2 and
London
0
Jaguars. See
after
what?
yeah London Jaguars came into London 1-2, left 3-2. There you go.
You can ask for more than that.
Yeah, I mean, Bill's master or shitter class performance, Diggs crying on the sideline, and awful game for the Bills as far as like losing a lot of talent. You just lose
Mhm.
Tre'Davious White the week prior to an Achilles, and then you lose Milano, and then you lose another defensive lineman or something like that. Yeah, but
I don't
anyways,
know.
sorry for the Bills. We'll see you guys at the end of the year, and won't really review much other anything else other than the Bills' losses. It's the only time you'll really hear me talking about the Bills. But anyways, so those are the 4 games I really rounded out, and
Mhm.
Bears Commanders, real quick. I think we talked about that game a little bit, but it wasn't over.
Oh, yeah.
Commanders did not complete the comeback. DJ Moore had a monster game.
Mhm.
Justin Fields put up monster points for my fantasy team, but I still fucking lost. And
Not Khalil, Sam Howell, actually performed as a quarterback should instead of Joe Burrow. And you know what? Joe Burrow actually had a pretty good week. Still starting Howell this week, though. Can't
yeah,
risk it.
yeah. Dolphins Giants. Biggest thing out of this game is a Chan, because it's not a chain, a Chan.
And
Put on IR after this game. He had like 500 rushing yards. He was averaging like 10 yards a carry.
you know what that means?
What?
Raheem Mustard Masterclass is incoming.
Actually,
That's what we're in for.
Actually, there's someone else that just came off of IR. And I don't know if I should say it because I'm debating on claiming him, but I don't think he's going to put up numbers. Jeff
Someone
Wilson.
for y'all that just came in.
Yeah, it's another running back. He was starting over at Chan. But
What happened to him? He like tear his ACL or something?
no, he had a rib injury, so he was on IR at the beginning of the year. But Dolphins started off slow, and we gave the Giants their first 2 turnovers of the season. Not only was this the only team that hadn't had a turnover this year, but we gave them 2 of them. So yeah, Dolphins shitter class. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, just overall, you can't put up 70 on everybody. I expected them to win this game. They did that. Unfortunately, Achan is hurt, but on to the next. And sorry for the Panthers. I love Bryce, but I'm sorry. Hey, I don't know. I mean, maybe Bryce wins against us, man. I would love to see the Panthers beat the Dolphins, but I don't think it's happening because
No,
I
it's
need the
not.
Dolphins to go undefeated. But anyways, Falcons upset my Texans prediction. Desmond Shitter, masterclass.
He had a fantastic game.
Yeah. Lions dominated the Panthers. Nothing much to say about that. Kind of didn't expect much because the Lions are that team. Colts Titans. It was closer. I had the Titans winning this game, but Colts ended up getting the win. And biggest thing out of this is that Richardson's hurt, and he's on IR. I think, or no, I think he's missing like 6 games with a like major AC shoulder strain. Patriots have scored 3 points in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But Mac Jones is not the problem. No.
Yes,
No.
he absolutely
Bro,
is.
you put Mac Jones on the 49ers team.
Bro, you put
It's the
anyone
same
with a
shit.
brain. Anyone with a brain on the San Francisco
Brock Purdy on the
49ers
Patriots. What's happening?
Same shit, probably.
Same
Because
shit
Brock
right
Purdy's
now.
not that good.
Oh
Brock
my god,
Purdy, Mac Jones.
bro!
I'm saying that.
If you
Hot take.
okay, but I'm telling you that they're both good quarterbacks. But I'm also saying that if you put Dak on the Patriots, same shit's gonna fucking happen.
Exactly. Patriots are just a bad team. Mac's not helping. Mac's not a good quarterback. Brock Purdy's not a great quarterback.
Anyways, please get Mac out of there because he deserves to have a good career. Patriots are fucking atrocious.
No, he doesn't. He's a terrible person. Just kidding. I don't know.
Eagles Rams. It was close. Yeah, he's not that dirty. He showers pretty frequently. It was closer. I expected the Eagles to win it. I think I predicted the Eagles, but I needed a Cooper Cup legacy game. Didn't come through, but still a big game for his first game back. And
Great game.
yeah,
First game back.
it was really good. It was a really good game. If you tuned into the 4 o'clock window, they were pretty good games. Bengals Cardinals. That was Bengals really needed that win. I think it's oh yeah, Chase had a fucking 51 points on fantasy or something like that.
Yeah,
3
the week after he
touchdowns.
said he was always open.
Yeah. Jets Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett revenge. That get back is crazy. And we've already reviewed the Chiefs Vikings, Cowboys 49ers. Packers Raiders honestly turned off that game.
I didn't watch it. No clue.
I watched like the first 2 drives of each team. And I think what did I end up watching? I think I ended up turning on like Max, HBO Max or some shit. And I just went to bed.
Vegas win?
Yeah, Vegas did win. Jordan Love got picked 3 times. Holy shit.
Wow.
First time we're tuning into this as well. Anyways, so kind of rounds up the recap of last week. Let's go ahead and get into the preview of this week, and we'll go and do like a pick 'em with it as well, just to kind of help speed things up. We're already a little over an hour recording, so thank you if you're still watching. But yeah, right now Thursday night game being played, Chiefs Broncos. Chiefs are up, 13-0. Didn't really
give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, just give me the Chiefs. I mean, Broncos.
There's no
sorry.
point discussing. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah. Early window, we got a London game. Titans Ravens. 9:30 a.m. kickoff if you're on the West Coast. I do apologize because that is 6:30 in the morning for you. So, Ravens Titans should be a good game. I think Ravens flew in like Monday. I think that's what I saw. So yeah, I mean, Titans are a good team, man. I don't think they're bad, and they're still figuring it out. But I just think the Ravens are gonna, kind of, they're a good team, and I think they have a lot of potential. And if they can
Yeah.
figure out that drop issue,
I was gonna say if they
they
can,
could be 4-1.
they can catch one of those 3 touchdowns they win last week. So
Yeah,
yeah, if they can fix the drop issue, I think I'm taking Baltimore.
yep, taking Baltimore as well. Panthers Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins, but I do feel bad for the Panthers. Bryce Young,
It's in Miami,
I still love
and
you.
it's winless Panthers. So yeah, I'll take Miami as well.
Commanders Falcons. Give me the commies. Give me the
It's in
commies.
Atlanta. Do we witness another Desmond Ritter masterclass? I'm thinking
Bijan.
probably not,
Bijan. No,
but
Brian.
just for
B. Robinson is going to have a big game, and it's not
just
Bijan.
for giggles, man. Just for giggles, just for variation, I'll take Atlanta.
Just for giggles. Just for
See
shits
what
and giggles.
happens.
Shout out JR.
Yeah,
Desmond Shitter class is going to be on full effect this week. Well, actually, he has not lost a home game.
Ritter.
Mm-mm. He hasn't lost a home game.
Wow. There you go.
I'm still taking the commies
There
just
you go.
because fuck Shitter.
You better
Fuck.
put the house on Atlanta.
I'm putting the house on Rutgers and Commanders.
Commanders and Rutgers. Chicago, Minnesota. You know what, man? I'm inclined.
I'm taking the
I'm
Bears,
inclined.
man.
I was gonna say I'm inclined to take Chicago. No Jettas.
No Jettas. This team is probably not going to win a game until he comes back. And what are you going to do when you're 1-8? Nothing.
Nothing.
I think you get ready for Drake May or Caleb Williams. So, or
Give me
probably
Chicago, Maine.
neither of those. You probably get, who else is there? You probably get Quinn. Quinn, Gabriel. There's a lot of quarterbacks.
There's the QB class this year is crazy.
Yeah, definitely look into that. Probably do like a draft this year. Kind of look into that. Back of the house draft.
We could do a mock draft.
Back of the house mock draft.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, give me the Bears. I know you said Bears too, right?
The Bears.
Seahawks, Bengals. Give me the Hawks.
Give me
Bengals are not it.
Nope.
You got two studs at corner, Witherspoon and Woolen.
Yep.
I don't expect Chase to have 3 touchdowns this week. So, and I think
No.
T's out. I think T Higgins is out for a while. So
Yeah, give me the Hawks, man.
and Seahawks always just have a really good defense. So I expect them to get after Joe
Yeah.
Burrow, especially if he's still hurt. 49ers Browns, no Deshaun. Saw that earlier today. So I'm not that it
Wow.
affected my fucking pick. But
Yeah,
anyways,
that was
I
sad.
got 49ers. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
49ers as well. I think Cleveland actually has a pretty decent defense.
yeah, Miles
They're
Garrett.
supposed to, I think. Yeah.
Watch out for Miles. I think he'll have a big game, but that's about it. Jags Colts rematch of like what, week 1? I think it was. Seeing each other
They're
this
already
early in
playing
the
again. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it is wild. It's in Jacksonville.
Give me the Jags.
Yeah, off of that 2-game win streak, Jags definitely for sure. Calvin Ridley need a big game from him.
No
Saints
Anthony
at
Richardson's too, right?
Texans. Yeah, no Anthony Rich, but Minshew's back, bro. Minshew's back in Jacksonville. Hmm?
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Jacksonville still. Give me the
yeah.
Jags.
Give me the Jags too. Saints Texans. I want to go with the Saints, just because their defense is really good, but so is the Texans. I just think, okay, Stroud has yet to throw a pick this season. He's the last one to not throw a pick, I think. I expect this Saints
That's impressive.
defense to get a pick. This Saints defense is really underrated, in my opinion, and expect them to throw a pick. I'm going Saints. I love the Texans, but I'm going Saints.
Do it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston just to switch it up
Sounds
because it's
good.
at home.
Oh God.
Crowd falling still.
Oh my God.
Oh, New England, Las Vegas,
Does New
in Vegas.
England get into the end zone this week? I think yes. I think
They are
if Bill
got a
Bel
prime chance here.
if Bill Belichick was to beat somebody, he's beating McDaniels.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's beating McDaniels.
Give me the Pats just for that
Yeah,
one reason.
give me the Pats as well. Fuck McDaniels. Cardinals Rams should be a good game, especially with Cardinals aren't a bad team. 1-4
In my
record,
opinion.
but they're not bad. I still got Stafford just because I like Stafford.
Cup,
Cup's back.
Puka.
Yeah, Puka's nice. But yeah, definitely go with the Rams. But Dobbs, I mean, I hope the best for him.
He's played way better than people probably expected him. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's crazy is, man, they're gonna get rid of Kyler.
where's he gonna go? Do you think?
Shit, he might go to the Patriots.
I mean, like,
Mac
does that
Jones is a
really change
Cardinal.
his name? I mean, there's no weapons in Arizona or New England for either of them to use. Is there? Am I missing one? Am I missing something? I don't think there is.
What could Kyler? I mean, Kyler could be shit, bro. I don't know. Running out of teams. I don't know where Kyler goes.
New York,
He could be a Giant.
the Jets.
Nah, they still got Rodgers another year.
He signed 2 years?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, and
Never mind.
I don't know, man. Kyler could be. I think he could be a Viking.
He's a Raider.
He could be a
Oh,
Raider.
Viking. You know what? That could actually pretty.
He could be a
I don't know.
Cowboy.
I think you know what? He's from Texas. He's never lost in AT&T Stadium, as we know, because they mention it every time they play.
He's also.
Um,
Doesn't he hate the Cowboys? Isn't he publicly came out and said like "fuck the Cowboys"? I think
I
that's the thing.
think I don't know. I think so because I think he went to. I don't know. I know he's from Texas, but like, pretty sure he grew up a Cowboys fan or something like that. I don't
Oh,
know.
I remember that
I
like
might be
picture of him
completely
in the
wrong.
Patriots jersey.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's it
Yeah,
then. That would be pretty funny.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm open to anything at this point.
Eagles Jets. Really good game. Eagles take it, in my opinion. But I'd like to see what he
Zach
does against
Wilson
that defense.
masterclass. I want to see what he does with Kelsey in the stands.
Ooh,
The MILF hunter himself, Zach Wilson. I think he balls out in front of Donna
bro. Lions at
Kelsey.
Bucks. Both
Look
of
at the
these
Jets,
teams.
man.
Are you Jets? I'm going the Eagles. I know you're an Eagles hater. So, anyways, Lions Bucks. Both of these teams have one loss. Wild.
That is incredible.
Who would have thought?
In Detroit.
Yeah, give me Detroit. Giants Bills. Give me the Giants.
Who keeps putting New York on primetime?
Holy
This is a
shit!
Sunday night game.
This is a Sunday night game. Never mind. I was just fucking around, but yeah, give me the Bills. I just don't like the Bills, but I don't think the Bills lose this game.
No, they won't. Dude, oh my, bro, I don't, why, why do they keep putting him on primetime? I don't understand it. I love seeing the Giants get killed, but it gets boring
Well, you
after a
guys have
while.
a Monday night. Why couldn't this be Monday night? Why couldn't they swap these? Like
I don't know, they're both pretty shitty.
Cowboys Chargers, man. Justin Herbert masterclass.
At Herbo, no, was it Mike Williams?
Mike Williams is out for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we played them, we beat them.
No
That was
Eckler,
like
I think.
3 years ago.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, we
that no,
beat Herbo last time we played
that
him.
was like 2 years ago or a year ago. It was in
So,
it was in SoFi.
yeah, it's in SoFi again.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a good game. Bills Giants. I said Bills. You said Bills, right? Give
Yeah.
me the Cowboys just because I don't care for the Chargers.
I think Dallas bounces back, and it gives me like
Some hope.
a little bit of hope. Yeah, I know it'll all come crumbling down, but this is just what Dallas does. It'll give me hope, and they don't like they bounce back off of terrible losses.
Yeah,
But the Chargers are not also that
they're
bad
not a
of a
bad
team, I
team.
don't think.
Yeah, no.
So
I mean,
give me the
it should
Cowboys,
be a
man.
good weekend, man. Little pick 'em. If you're a better, just take our betting odds with ease because we're casuals. But yeah, I mean, should be
Dude,
huh?
last week I just want to say that I did take San Francisco to beat Dallas, by the way, and they did. So
Yeah.
I'm a
See,
genius.
maybe
What
you
can I
should have
say?
picked Dallas. Use some reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology by saying that they were gonna win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what you said. You were like, I'm gonna use reverse psychology, and maybe they'll win.
and then it backfired, and they used regular psychology, and they just won straight up.
Yep, outright.
I
But
messed it up. My fault. My fault, y'all.
Cowboys Nation, Buck right here let you down.
It's my fault. I was calling the plays and running the defense. I don't want to talk about it. Makes me nauseous.
Insert Waffle House menu right here. Even at my lowest, I'm a family guy. Whoa,
Big
what are
Mac.
you playing, bro?
What did I just do? What did I do? How do
I have no idea. Anyways, I'll just
how
go
do I
ahead
get
and
out of it?
I have no idea.
I don't know how to get out of it.
Anyways,
Is this on your
guys.
screen?
Yeah, it is. The whole
All right.
oh, there
Sorry
he
about
goes.
that. Sorry
There
about
he
that.
goes. All right. Well, this pretty much rounds up the week. If you're a college football fan, it should be a really good weekend. If you're an NFL fan, I mean, it's still going to be a good weekend, man. It's the pros of being an NFL fan. As far as baseball goes, I think last time I checked, the Braves were down, but it was 2-1. Um, end of the sixth, they're down to 3-1.
They're about to go up. They're about to bat.
Yep. So if you're a
It's
baseball
now or
fan,
never.
Braves country, kind of start getting up and get rowdy. But anyway, should be a good weekend as far as football goes. Baseball, hopefully the Braves win, and then it'll be a good weekend as well. And yeah, nothing much to say. I mean, other than our goodbyes. Buck, do you want to say anything?
Uh, just appreciate you watching. Thanks for sticking around. We got long-winded again. We are slowly trying to cut these
Yeah,
things
I mean, but
down to
we're definitely getting this
streamline it.
down. I mean, we're looking at around like an hour 15, and I think that's a
Yeah,
good show. I mean, I think that's still kind of knowledgeable, still kind of casual, but we'll figure it out.
mostly casual.
Yeah, mostly casual,
But yeah,
mostly
thanks for
delusional
watching.
as well. But
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, we're 100% delusional. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Like Buck said, leave a like, subscribe, share if you'd like. Follow us on Instagram. We haven't been posting much lately. We're also on X and TikTok. Nothing there yet, but expect us to kind of try and ease into that, and appreciate all the love, the following, and the support. Thank you for everything, and here's to episode 6 and episode 7 coming next week. Thank you guys. Anything else to say? Is that it? Gig 'em. Now y'all have a good weekend. Stay
Have a
safe.
great week, everybody.
Appreciate y'all.